Hello, everyone. My name is Kareen Velez, and I would like to thank the American Academy of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Planning Committee for allowing me the opportunity to present my story. It is entitled, Why Physiatry Is My Ikigai. Before I begin, I have no relevant financial disclosures. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that originated in Okinawa during the Heian period. It was first described in the literature by Akihiro Hasegawa in 2001. The term Ikigai is a compound of two words, Iki meaning life, and Gai translates into value or worth. The Ikigai philosophy has been used for centuries as a way of finding happiness or a reason for living. It is the intersection between four main qualities: what we love, what we are good at, what the world needs, and what we can be rewarded for. Finding our purpose in life is not an easy task. It requires self-exploration by pursuing concrete actions and reflecting back thoughtfully. How did I find my Ikigai? And what does this concept have to do with physiatry? It all began 1 year before I started medical school when my grandfather started losing his ability to ambulate. I witnessed how his condition progressed from lower extremity weakness causing multiple falls into respiratory failure after being tracheostomized. At the time, I could not understand his rapid functional decline. I felt frustrated by not being able to help him, or at least understand his condition so that I can prepare him and our family for what was to come. He visited multiple specialists, and no one seemed capable of diagnosing his condition or be willing to provide us guidance. It wasn't until he was evaluated by a physiatrist that we were able to cope as a family and focus all of our efforts into providing quality of life. He passed away 2 months after completing an EMG that confirmed his diagnosis and 1 year after symptom onset. His diagnosis, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. His journey is what inspired me to pursue a career in physical medicine and rehabilitation. During medical school and residency training, I fell in love with physiatry, thanks to the influence of outstanding teachers and mentors. I remember thinking, wow, this is such a beautiful specialty. Its main priority is improving function and quality of life. You can work in a variety of settings, plus it has a wide scope of practice. You can impact those beginning to live through pediatric rehabilitation, or comfort those at their end of life through hospice and palliative care. Enhance the performance of those at their peak through sports medicine, or rehabilitate those who are in pain or who suffer from brain, spinal cord, or neuromuscular disorders. This specialty can enhance population health, improve patient experiences, and add value to healthcare. This is definitely something the world needs, and I want to become a part of it. Although my Ikigai was starting to materialize, not everything was rainbows and unicorns. I was married and raising a child. I moved from Puerto Rico, where I was born and raised, and where all of my family and support system lives, to Massachusetts to complete my training. It was a new and unknown environment, and I felt isolated. Then, my marriage began to deteriorate, leading to significant depression. But physiatry helped me build resilience. I had the drive to become my son's role model and make my family proud. The discipline to acquire all the skills necessary to become the best physiatrist I could possibly be. And the willpower to sacrifice all of my energy and efforts into becoming the best version of myself. After I completed residency training, I decided to pursue a fellowship in spinal cord medicine, so I moved to California for 1 year. Following fellowship, I moved to Minnesota to begin my career. There, after 14 years of a difficult marriage, I filed for divorce and had to raise my son without the assistance of family and friends. I dealt with all sorts of frigid conditions, and I'm not referring only to the climate.
I strived to prove my worth as a Hispanic female physician in an environment full of unconscious bias and discrimination. It was also a setting where physiatry was either not fully understood or valued by other specialties. After moving several times and dealing both with personal and professional hardship, I was exhausted. I felt so defeated and burned out. And although my passion, mission, profession, and vocation kept me going, it was time for self-exploration and thoughtful reflection. What can I learn from these experiences? What am I missing? I realized the hard way that if I don't take care of myself, I cannot take care of others. I also discovered that if I don't make time for self-care and wellness, I would be forced to take time off to recover from stress-related illness. Taking those lessons into consideration, I worked on strengthening my mind, my body, and my spirit. I applied a self-rehabilitation approach to develop the confidence, character, and coping strategies to move past these obstacles. I believe that our specialty makes us the most qualified physicians to build resilience in medicine, as my resilience was nurtured throughout my physical medicine and rehabilitation journey. However, resilience alone may not be enough to prevent burnout. As rehabilitation experts, we encourage and promote function and quality of life, yet may forget to practice what we preach. Seek ways of adding quality to our lives, rehabilitate and recover so that we may continue to function properly. As you can see, physiatry has become my reason for living, my life's purpose, my Ikigai. I hope that, like me, you have found your Ikigai in physical medicine and rehabilitation, or at least that my story can inspire you to discover your Ikigai. Thank you.